Ever since we started Teach for Austria more than 10 years ago, we always aimed to be the education organization in Austria. And what does it take to be the education organization in your country? It takes high expectations when you look at your own work, and it takes quality in everything that you do. If you look at quality of our training, if you look at the way we work together with the ministry, all this shows that our program and our organization have grown in quality. But does it show in communication? Does it show in our brand design? And when we looked at our brand, we had to say no. So we decided to change everything. When people look at and think about Teach for Austria, I want them to think about educational equity. It's all about social change. It's not about teaching or site entry. It's about something much bigger, and this is why we positioned the social leadership program as a core program and core business of Teach for Austria. And we want all the branding to show that this is about social leadership. We were looking for an agency that didn't just want to build a website, but really dig deep into all of our communications. Who we are, how we talk, what our values are, how does that show in our daily work. In the end, this agency knew ourselves better than we did. They told us, your program, it's all about leadership, and you are a program that is unconventional, you're high profile, you're engaged. And on those three things, unconventional, high profile, and engaged, we built the whole brand design. Out of this process of finding that agency and working with them came this scenario book. This is not only a CI manual, this is a book that really explains how we communicate, who we are, what are our values, what is the social leadership program all about, and it really defines how we talk about social leadership and why. Now, during the process of working on the scenario book, we said, you know what? We should position ourselves as an organization for educational equity, because this is what we are working on. So far, we had been seen, Teach for Austria equals fellow program. We are not only the fellow program anymore. We are an organization and a network for educational equity. We are the organization for educational equity in Austria. This organization and this network organizes a social leadership program. And differentiating the organization and the program also helped us to communicate quite clearly when it comes to social leadership program, recruiting fellows, and really, for example, going into product placement. We don't say in our campaigns, for example, go teach. We say, do something great. So we turn the perception around of something that is being seen by the society as non-prestigious, the teaching. Well, we turn it around and we say, do something great. We developed the website after having developed this book to really make sure the website is aiming for the quality of communication that we wanted. How do we show that we are not a site entry program, but a social leadership program? Does the brand design show the relevance of Teach for Austria in the education system? Will Gen Z be inspired to join the social leadership program? How do you attract high potentials to join your program? And I think you're doing this by also showing on all your branding that this is something prestigious to do. It's purposeful, and it's the most important, but also the most challenging job you can take on. So was this all worth the effort? I would say totally yes, and the numbers speak for themselves. Since we started the new website, and within one season we had a 25% increase of website visitors, the average duration of a visitor on our website has increased to a little more than 2 minutes. We had 40% more registrations on our application portal for the social leadership program, and we had a 35% increase of applicants in our portal. it showed all across that fellows and alums now, they like to identify themselves with Teach for Austria much, much more. So what are some takeaways that I took from this process? It's all about who you are as an organization. And it's not about just design, this is just the surface. When we went through this process, we had to make sure to know very good who we are, to be able to then talk about it and show it also on all of our channels, graphics, CI, and so on. The second thing is, I think it's really important to work with the right partner. When we chose the agency we worked with, they challenged us and made it possible that we, as an organization, were also able to change all our communications. And the third is, we found out that the way we have grown within those more than 13 years, since our startup period, we can be quite courageous now. We can be quite bold and go out there and say, yes, we are the organization and network for educational equity in Austria. And by really letting that sink in, we were able to also show that in our design, communication, on all our channels. So I would encourage you, if you do this, really dig deep, go all in, and be courageous. And if we want to deliver high quality in everything that we do, then ask yourself, does your brand fully reflect your mission and the vision of excellence to recruit the leaders of tomorrow?